I'm Cassidy. I'm writing my paper on Yang's paper tigers. Sorry if you see me looking down, I wrote my notes. So for the most part, I think I have found pretty much all of my research that I will need for my paper. However, I know that for me, I will be in the process of writing and I'll come across an idea or topic that I hadn't thought about before, and then I'll need more research on that topic, of course. As far as more information that I'll need when I'm writing, and certain things that I may come across that I realize I might not have enough information for, I'll, of course, need to look up more information. So for right now, I think I'm good on research, but I'm sure that that can change at any point during my writing. As for the developments on the article theme of stereotypes, there hasn't been any major news really, as a lot of the research I've come across is relatively new, like after 2000s. Most of my research is actually from 2010 and up. But as far as this past year, I haven't come across any major developments on the impact of stereotypes. For my introduction draft, I really wanted to create a thesis statement that addressed one of the points of the prompt while still going off of the research I've found. I know my paper will be largely based off my research, so I knew my thesis needed to be based off of the research and the things that I have found. So as far as staying the same, I'm not very sure that that's going to happen. For pretty much all the papers I write, my thesis gets changed in one way or another. I like to have a basic thesis. I like to have a basis thesis that I know will work and that I'll build off of. But as my paper develops, my thesis normally does too. I usually go back and check my thesis after my paper is completely finished and make sure that it still works and is still correct for what my paper actually has in it. Also, I've looked at some of the suggestions from my classmates on Blackboard, and I do think there is room for improvement on that. So, no, I am not confident that my thesis will stay the same. And lastly, the most astounding information I have discovered so far is the amount of research and experiments there have been about positive stereotypes and how they, for the most part, actually cause more damage than good. And so many people still believe that positive stereotypes are good and it can be encouraging, but there's so much proof and factual evidence that that's not the case. So it just is kind of astounding to me that that people still believe in this positive stereotyping, and a lot of people still use it in a way to try to encourage people when, for the most part, it's damaging.